toll-free number, 1-877-7-REUBEN. That's 1-877-773-8236. Or hit the chat line. We are on the chat line right now live. So all you have to do, if you're on Streaming Faith right now, you see the media player say the Reuben Armstrong Show.
Click on the
Go all the way down and hit chat live now. And hit chat right now. We are on the phone line live.
And we will answer all the questions that come in through the chat line. That's what it's about. It's about the people out there that have problems or have issues, have something that they want to get off their chest. Feel free to give us a call. Let us know how you feel.
I tell you one thing, we had a good show yesterday. Yesterday was a show that it touched a lot of people out there today in the United States.
Well, you go ahead, just elaborate just a tad bit on what went on.
Tad bit. If you missed the show yesterday, let's talk about what happened yesterday. We talked about teen sex, single mothers raising single kids.
And also single fathers.
That's right. I mean, our fathers out there, we know that y'all are raising some young kids out there, but just log on to the website. We want to hear from you. Hit the chat line. We are on the air live right now. You can chat with us. Not only chat with us, you can call our toll-free number at 1-877-773-8236 and chat with us. Tell us what you're thinking. Tell us what you got on your mind. We want to hear from you. We love you. We love you out there.
Yes, we do.
That's right. For those who just joined us, we'll remind you, we're tuning into the Reuben Armstrong and Darren Taylor Show, and we hear live broadcasts. We got a special guest on today that's going to be calling in later on, Mark Richardson. He's going to be singing some gospel music for us today. He's going to sing one or two numbers.
Interesting. Up and coming stars. Now, that's what we like to do. Anybody who believes in God and has that faith and has that soul that they can bring spirit into somebody's life, we need to hear from you.
We need to hear from you. If you have a talent out there today, let's talk about it. If you have a talent out there today, if you want to sing or you have a poetry or poem that you want to talk about, that you wrote about God, we want to hear from you today.
Right. Don't write it down in the book and just keep it as a memoir. Send it on to the Reuben and Daryl Taylor Show. We could put you on live. Let the whole world know what you're doing.
Millions of viewers out there today. We want to thank you right now. On yesterday, we had over 3,000 people listening to the show on last night. And boy, we got right now, we are on the chat line. Hit chat live with Reuben. You can chat with us right now, the line. If you want to comment or any questions that you want to talk about, call us right now. The phone lines are open. 1-877-7-REUBEN. Boy, I tell you, yesterday, Dare, we had a show so much, I wanted to prolong it a little bit. What do you think?
I did too. I was just so excited. Folks we're chatting in. They want to know, and we just didn't have enough time. We spent a lot of time today answering emails and getting folks interested in calling into the show.
Yeah. That's correct, Darryl. We was really busy because, and look, guys, thank you for the emails. Thank you so much for the emails, because we thank you, because without y'all guys, without God, we are anything.
That's right. Right.
We talked about teen pregnancy, single mothers raising kids, and that's going to be the topic today. And we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about sexual transmitted diseases.
This is part two.
Part two of the show.
These single mothers that don't have to be single, but end up being single over some form or matter. Right. And one of the things that could be is, I caught something from him.
Whoa.
That's deep.
We went there. Don't you turn us off right now. We went there. And we're going to be talking about some sexual transmitted disease by the Center Disease Control Center. You need to log on to the website right now. Chat with us live. We're here on the internet. Chat live right now. We can chat with you. Email us your question. Chat with us. Email the question. If you have a comment of what we're talking about today, or you have any questions to what we're talking about, go ahead and call us right now, 877-773-8236. Not only that, we have a special guest going to be calling in today from the state of Louisiana, Mark Richardson. He's going to be talking to us, and we're going to interview him. He is a celebrity on the rise, Darryl.
Yes, he is. And folks, you need to get to know this man. He's brilliant, very intelligent, very spiritual natured. Folks, these are the kind of people that we love to have on the show. We love to inspire people to be what they can be and to talk what they need to talk about. You should never be afraid to talk about any situation that's going on in your life, because 9 times out of 10, we have somebody who has a story that could benefit you.
That's right, Darryl.
We have it here. We have it all here, people. All of it.
For those who just joined us, you are tuned into the Reuben Armstrong and Daryl Taylor Show. We're live from the state of Louisiana, and we broadcasting live. Hit the chat line, chat with us right now live, or you can call our toll-free number, and we can put you on the air live, and we can voice your comments and your questions here. You know, we're going to be talking about sexual transmitted disease, because the consequences of teenagers having sex is having disease.
Not only that, the unprotected sex, which is running rampant amongst our teenagers, amongst our youth, is something that really does need to be addressed. I know people talk about it all the time, but you cannot stress this enough, especially when, you know, summertime is here and a lot of parents are going to be at work and you don't really know what your children are plotting and planning on doing. It's good to talk to your children about safe sex, but a lot of folks don't practice it, and there are a lot of diseases that can be transmitted that you won't know that you have from 5 and 10 years on down the road.
And there one we're going to talk about that is a silent killer right now is HPV. That's human papillomavirus, and that you can have that disease and
don't even know it.
In Dallas, Texas, the governor there in Texas is trying to pass a law right now that teenagers get this shot.
It should be everywhere. It should not just be in Texas. This is something that is a very, very growing concern. Because it says, you know, most people who have this genital HPV infection don't know that they are even infected. The virus lives in skin or the mucous membranes and usually causes no symptoms.
No symptoms.
The key word, no symptoms.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't get local checkups and visit your physician locally just to get a physical, you can have this disease for 10, 11 years on down the road, not knowing that this could mess up your sperm count where you cannot have children.
And parents, don't sit there and listen to this show and do not call in, because we want to hear your comments. Don't think that your teen daughter is not having sex behind the scenes. Don't think that you have a good teen daughter just because we talked about this on yesterday about teens going to church. Just because they go to church or they are into church, don't think they're not having sex.
Exactly, because they're thinking they hear all the negative stuff or not to do, and that pushes a child to experiment and find out why not. What's so bad about it when it feels so good? Look, the feeling ain't everything.
That's right.
You need to feel that person instead of feeling the love that the person trying to get to you. You know what I mean?
And fathers and single mothers who raising kids, we need to train our kids also to be, not only that, keep a positive attitude, and don't sit there and listen to a man tell you I love you, and then you ready to
because that's
sleep
the
with
first
them.
thing he gonna say, baby, I love you. Don't you know, ladies, that when men say I love you, he's just saying I love you because that's what he wants. Something you had to play what they call it. Women, you know, go through these trials with these men to make sure that this is the right man for them. But a lot of women just seem that he's just fine and he's sexy. He got it going on. He got the nice car. He may have this money. But little do you know, he could have a silent killer that will affect you and the rest of your lifestyle.
There, I'm on the chat line right now, and you need to log on to our website. Hit the chat live with Reuben button right now. I just got a chat just now from someone. One of the chats in there is that, you know, we talk about men telling women that. What about women persuading the men, you know, saying that I love you, and, you know, I guess you call it, you know, lying to the men also, because we are attacking what the man would do, but what would the women do to the men?
Now I've understood some things. I've heard some things that, you know, a lot of women who have contracted a disease from a man, they get vindictive and they want to give it to somebody else because of that vindication. They know that they can't get rid of it, and, you know, they want to try to take out as many people as possible.
We want to hear from you. Log on right now.
I mean, I could be wrong, folks.
Call us right
wrong,
now.
Let me know.
We need to hear from y'all guys tonight. Tonight is the night that you voice your opinion about what we're talking about tonight. The number again is 1-877-7-REUBEN. 1-877-7-REUBEN. Now we on the chat line right now. We're live. We're chatting right now live. Send me your questions. Send me your comments and talk about what we're talking about today. And we're talking about teen pregnancy, getting diseases.
These the most important thing, because nowadays, if you're not old enough or wise enough, to know, how to get people checked out, because it's easy to ask. Because I'll ask, when's the last time have you been checked out? Do you have papers showing, okay, yeah, I'm disease free? How many people actually go through that process? It's just a fleshly thing. They see you at the club and all of a sudden it's on.
That's right. You look at the flesh, and that's what God don't want you to do. Look at the flesh. You got to look at the outer appearance. You got to look with the heart. Yeah, the spirit. That's right. You have to hear God's voice on what to do, and know that you hear God's voice, because the devil has his voices also.
That's right. And the devil is always there to trick you.
I just received an email just now, let me say this. I'm on the chat line also, but some people do have my personal email address, and let me give it to you just in case you want to send me a personal email where you don't have to send your question on the chat line live. It's what is it? ReubenShow@hotmail.com. ReubenShow@hotmail.com. If you want to send Darren an email,